Okay, so good morning. Good morning. Now, for some reason, and I don't understand why, but the live stream kicked me out and then didn't give me a chance to re-enter. So I'm having to spontaneously do this new live stream. So see if you can join me. I hope that you can join me as I saw that you were waiting, but uh, I don't know what happened. We are making this blocks practice, and I'm I'm totally with you on this. Let's see how this can work. So plant your feet down. Remind yourself what we are doing. We are integrating our breathing and our attention in the body. Take these hands together. Let's inhale it up. Exhale it wide. Inhale it over the ground. Make your fist. Hold it. Lock your breath in. Through the mouth, we exhale. Inhale it wide. Take these fingertips. Exhale the mouth down to the shoulders. Exhale through the mouth. I'm going to inhale those elbows up. And exhale. Dropping the chin down. I squeeze the elbows in. I open 3 times. I inhale the arms wide, the elbows wide. Exhale to the center. One more time. Inhale wide. Exhale to the center. Lift the elbows again straight up. Lift the fingers up. Fingers wide, thumbs straighten and lock your elbows. Jaw relax. Yes. Isolate. Fingers, release them. Isolate. Wrists, release. Elbows, release. Shoulders, release. Isolate your knees. Big breath in. Isolate hips and tilt. Let it fold forward. Take a breath. Stack your hands on your knees. Push away. My feet are close. I'm making circles in my knees. I'm reversing circles. Good. I'm bending my knees directly in the line of my feet. Locking those knees back. Beautiful. Push away. Let's make some circles in the hip. Hip circles. Every circle is a breath. We are yoking. We're not merely doing an exercise or calisthenics. Good. Every circle. Reverse. Can you ground your feet? Can you stabilize your head? Fix the head in a single position. It does not move. Beautiful. Come up. Stabilize. Feet, you know how to grip. We've been working those feet. You know how to identify grip. Isolate feet. Lift through the arches, through the legs. Root lock, mid lock. Activate. My gluteus squeeze. Heels push down. Feet are gripping. If I'm stable, hips down. Now isolate that central line of balance, and I'm making a circle around that central line of balance. Every circle is a breath. Beautiful. Release that. Stabilize, shoulders down. Isolate the neck and head. Big circle. And reverse. All right. Beautiful. Be tall. Take your hands into those glutes behind. I'm breathing, I'm gripping, feet, locks engage. Bend those knees, push the hips forward. Lift the spine up through the heart. Remember, we're not merely hinging in the lower back. We're arcing, lifting the spine up. Imagine a light from the spine, like a spotlight through the heart into the sky. And breathe it right there. Now let that chin go back and chin drop down to the chest. Inhale it back. Drop the chin down to the chest. Drop the chin down. Check your position. So my chin is down on my chest. My glutes are squeezing. They're pushing down into the heels and into the front of each foot. Jaw is relaxed. Lifting the spine, arcing the spine, shining that spotlight out. Wake up the arms, level with the ground. The fingertips pull us forward. Right. Stabilize those feet. Ground those feet. Align ankles, hips, shoulders, and ears. Make a little turn. Good. Back to the center. Squeeze, release. Squeeze. Inhale those shoulders up and release. One more time. Squeeze up and release. Make circles in the shoulders. I inhale up, exhale down. Let's reverse circles. Beautiful. Ground these feet. Jaw relax. Angle the feet slightly. Bend your elbows and twist. Second plane, transverse plane. Turn your chin and forehead equally. Eight more, 7 more, 6 more, 5 more. And release. Jaw relax. Sagittal plane is the forward and back. Coronal plane, the transverse plane is this twisting. Coronal plane is next. That's our frontal plane. This is our side to side movement. So I'm grounding my feet. I am aligned. My ankles, my hips, my shoulders, and my ears. I begin by rocking side to side, side to side. Good. I'm going to take it all the way over and feel the dilation growing through that extended hip. Feel this action through this dilated side. My ear lifts up into the sky. I reach, 2 hands, palms out. I breathe it right there. Sweep that free hand up into the sky. Look down at your thumb. Take a breath and then turn. Look up at your thumb and breathe that. We take another breath and I'm reaching out long. Way out. I'm in my coronal plane. If I'm here, if you want more, you reach 2 hands away. You breathe that. Reach. Expand this dilation. Feel the compression. In our practice, we observe there's a primary awareness and there's a secondary awareness. This compression is that secondary awareness where we actually anchor the movement. I take a big breath. My exit, I bend my knees. I revolve the shoulders. I reach and sweep. Empty down, empty the spine. You can bend your knees deeply. Good. Let's take the right hand onto the right hip. I straighten my right leg and I revolve to the right. If you can fully revolve, then you can take the next step. But make yourself comfortable in each of these little positions, these plateau positions. Here's one of them. That's, the positions in between. Find those. If your spine is fully revolved, There is no impingement in that right shoulder. And I reach the arm up. I breathe for 3, 2. I take a breath, isolate the fingers, release. Wrist, elbow, shoulder, empty. I bend both knees and straighten both. I bend both, I straighten both. I bend both knees with an exhale. I take my left hand on my hip. I straighten my left leg. I revolve to the left. Big twist. If I can twist, then I can reach. If you're feeling any extra shoulder action, that is not right. You can, in repetitions, cause yourself a lot of problems with impingements in that shoulder. We don't want that. Revolve fully and be comfortable in that plateau position. And when you're ready, then sweep and breathe. We're breathing Bhastrika. Bhastrika is the bellows breathing, you know. Even quality, in and out. Let's breathe 9. Isolate the fingers. Release them. Isolate the wrist. Elbow. Shoulder. Empty. Sagittal plane forward. Good. We got that coronal plane twist also. We got that transverse twist. Let's get the second side, coronal plane. 3 planes of movement we're working. Lift the ear up. Maintain the plane of the ankles, the hips, shoulders, and the ears. Awaken the arms into the plane, palms forward. Sweep up. Look down. Breathe 3. Chin and forehead turn equally. Look up at your thumb. Lock your elbows. Keep the elbows locked. Your locked elbows activate channels all the way back to your diaphragm. Breathe. Observe this dilated side, this right side of my body dilating, observing the compression on the left. Good. When you want more, reach 2 hands away. The exit, I bend my knees. I revolve the shoulders. Reach way out. And then sweep it down. Empty the spine. Straighten the knees. Bend the knees. Straighten and bend. Maybe you can take your fingertips underneath the toes. Bend and straighten. Empty the neck. Empty the spine. The neck, the spine. They will connect a channel all the way up through to the eyes, the front of the body. In this, we wish to activate the front of the body, lifting up through the kneecaps, activate up through the hip, through the iliopsoas to the spine, tilting the hips forward, lifting that tailbone. That does allow length in the spine through the neck, base of the skull, the eyes. With that, the back of the legs get the message. So we don't want to focus on back of the legs first. That's the last thing in this forward fold. Good. Bend your knees. Stack your hands on your knees. Lift it up. Jaw relax. Reach the hands back. Utkatasana. Sweep these arms forward. Utkatasana. Take your hands back to the heart. Utkatasana. Stand up and be tall. Empty. We looked at Utkatasana variations just to wake it up. All right. So we've observed 3 planes of movement. We've observed major joints. Let's activate this body a little bit more. Take these arms straight up over your head. We're activating lymphatic and blood circulation through the body, activating nervous system. My fingertips are light. My wrists are light. My elbows are light. They are not locked or straight. Hop. Like jump rope. Nice. Bring it on down. Batak. Recall the batak. On a 4 count, we sweep. We inhale back. We exhale forward. Start shallow. When you want more, touch the ground. Tickle the fingers over the mat. Let's do 18 more. And I want to remind you, we are in week 3 of these block practices. We will be stepping up through the next 7 weeks. Let's do one more. And release that. We will be stepping up. So if you're joining in, you don't want to join in starting from week 3 on. We're gentle today still, but challenging. It's going to become progressively more challenging as we go. And so these videos will be archived. They are archived for your access for anyone who would be joining us. They would need to begin, check it back to all the way to week 1. Unless you're in, pretty good shape already, If you're active already and you're working, okay, join in, but all at your own risk. We want no injuries. And there are principles by which we are working that I began over the last couple of weeks that I won't perseverate. I won't continue and take time with that. Those principles are valuable. Shtura, sukha, dukkha, entrances and exits, observations of breath. All of these things are foundational. And we apply them. All right, next thing. I'm getting the timer. Get your teacups ready, right? Get your teacups ready. Okay, we are at 150 seconds, I believe is what it is. 2 minutes and, what is that, 2 minutes, 20 seconds? Let's do a little bit more. Let's do 2 minutes and 30 seconds. Okay, 150, and I'm gonna do a little bit more. Do more with me if you can. So I'm gonna hop, place it down. I'm in it. Teacups. My knees are bent deeply. Legs, my femur bones are level with the ground. I'm lifting in my heart, dropping the tailbone, and extending these arms. Find a single point and fix your gaze on that single point. Let your breath be smooth and effortless. How can this be effortless? If you need to stop, if you need to break it, that's okay. Stand up, breathe a couple times, and bring it back down. Good. Breathe it right there. Two minutes, 120 seconds. That's a nice, good amount of time. That's a solid practice. But we are growing that. Today, 2 minutes and 30 seconds. And for those of you who want extra credit, do a little bit more time with me. Practice lifting in your heart. Shine a light from the spine, out through the heart, into the open space. As I breathe, I fill my lungs. I feel the functional shape of my lungs. When I feel the functional shape, I begin to awaken that quality of prana entering. I'm putting my attention on the breath cycle itself. Good. So that's 2 minutes and 40 seconds right now. You can stop. Yes, good job. And breathing prana in this breath cycle, I deliver prana into my body. There's 3 minutes. Delivering prana is life force energy into the body. That's it. Good. Life force energy in the body. Yes, push it away. Make a little turn. We are growing these teacups positions. Fundamental to the yogic practice is that breath delivery. Good. Let's make one salute to the sun. Easy version, okay? Come to the front of your mat. And this is about awakening prana through the body. It's not just, it's a nice warm-up, okay? It's a nice way of activating channels through the body. So take your hands together. Ground your feet. Where is your coronal plane? Ankles, hips, shoulders, and ears. Hands together. Now the names are not the most important factor at all. Breath is. Breath and attention. Kumar used to say that you can have no arms and no legs and still do the practice. Still do the yoga. But we have this body and we're delivering prana, life force energy. In this pose they call Samasthiti Tadasana. All right, equal balanced mountain posture. Hands together. Hands together, Anjali Mudra. Right, let's inhale this straight up. Drop your chin, reach up high. Take your hands back. So may all beings everywhere share this practice. All beings everywhere know the peace at the center of creation. Fold it forward. Big breath in. Right leg, let's kick it back. Big breath in. Left leg, kick it back. Big breath in, chaturanga, up dog, down dog. I'm going to look to the right and breathe, and look to the left and breathe. Center, here's our down dog. How can we lock our elbows? Pull that tailbone back, fold. Awaken the front line of the legs. Yes. I inhale, draw prana. And exhale, I'm stepping the right foot. Feel it. Deliver breath. When you can deliver breath consciously into the form, then transition. Exhale. Bend the knees. Stack the hands. Inhale back and sweep it up. Back to the heart. Samastiti Tadasana. Release the shoulders. Sweep the arms. Drop the chin, reach up high. Bring it back to your initial position, Samastiti Tadasana. So we have a kind of symmetric sequence, don't we? It starts Samastiti Tadasana and we enter, lifting up. And it's an entrance to an upward facing bow variation. And I reach away, my hands are pressed. Elbows straight, locked. My chin to the chest helps me to exit. I bend my knees, I'm folding hands down to my heart. I enter Utkatasana. And I fold my Utkatasana forward. My left leg steps back. I inhale prana. My right leg kicks back. Plank. Feel your plank. Wide fingers, wide thumbs. And as we exhale, chaturanga. Inhale up. Look left. Look right. At the center. Down dog. Inhale, deliver prana. Step the left foot. Inhale, deliver prana. Step the right. Aligned feet. Toes are close, heels aligned, parallel feet. Bend your knees. Let's stack it up. Utkatasana, entrance from the earth. I inhale these hands high. I inhale higher to the front. Lock the elbows. Inhale. Back to the heart. Empty the shoulders. Be tall. Sweep wide. This time the hands apart, my elbows straight. I'm gripping, my glutes are gripping, pushing down, feeling that lift up through the front of my body. Drop the chin, reach up high. Beautiful. Get your blocks. Okay. 4 primary positions from your plank. You know what they are. We're going to lift those knees forward and back, bring those knees all the way forward between the elbows. Some people call them mountain climbers. Get your good plank. Do not limit how you feel you can bring those knees forward. I want you to bring those knees as far forward as you can, okay? And then we're going to do the same thing, but we're going to crisscross those knees. Third, we're going to take those knees to the outside of each elbow. And number 4, we're going to take the knee up to the shoulder, outside the shoulder. Here we go. We're doing 9 of each position. Here we go. 9 steps, right and left. Ha, ha, 2, 2, 4, 4, 5. 9, 9. Crisscross. 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4, 5, 5. 8, 8, 9, 9. Elbow. 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4, 5, 6, 6, 7, 7, 9, shoulder, shoulder, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4. Keep your head in the center. And back. Beautiful. Look at that first set. Look at how continuous you were. All right. That's nice. That's what we're looking for. Take a breath. Some counter poses. Hands back. My fingers point away. Lift up in the middle. Take it down. Inhale this up. Beautiful. I'm stepping my left foot forward and lift. Beautiful. I step my right foot forward. I'm going to lift once. Inhale, way up. My left foot. My knee bends. My left foot crosses behind me. And I do this opposite side. Yes. Good. Take both feet forward and lift. Inhale it up. Very nice. I'm reaching my legs out long. I'm going to inhale my whole body's length, lifting it up. I want to take my toes all the way down to that mat. Inhale up. Drop the chin down. Lift the chin away. Look over your forehead. Beautiful. Sit. Seated posture. Simple seated posture. Find your sit bones down. Legs out long and straight. Be tall in the spine. Find this coronal plane of the hips, shoulders, and the ears. So it makes a right angle of legs and spine. We do not want to slump. We want to grip. And if you cannot do it with straight legs, bend your knees a little bit. Okay? Walk your hips forward. Feel how you can elephant walk your hips back. Good. Let's bend the knees. We're entering something called Paschimottanasana. Bring these hands down to the feet. Look, my knees are bent, so there's no problem. I'm taking my arms on the outside of the knees. If you need to, take it on the inside, but then observe. The limitation is not your back. If you're taking the hands on the outside, the limitation is very likely what is in front of you. And it is this that we must observe and to unlock, to let go. If possible, take your hands to the outside of the knees. See, outside, I'm gripping my feet. I'm resting my heart on my legs. I begin to lengthen my legs, but only go as straight in the legs as you can maintain your heart down, connected, your chest on the legs, right? If you're there, where can we go? Paschimottanasana. Basically, it translates as a deep forward bend, big back stretch. Now right here, point the toes, pull the toes back. point the toes, pull the toes back. Right, point and pull. Good, lift up in this face, lift up in the chin, heart. Lift out one final time, lift, fold it forward at the hip. We want to create a hollow in the lowest part of the gut. So I'm pulling those lowest abdominal muscles back. I'm awakening the top of my kneecaps, pulling that back through the hip. Fold. Beautiful. Take your hands on the ground, step them back. We're doing another set. Same thing. 9 reps in 4 positions. Okay, here we go. Take your blocks, kick back to your plank. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Crisscross. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Elbow. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. To the shoulder. 2. Beautiful. Touch those knees down. Something that will help is when you do these to stabilize through the spine. Keep your head in the center. Don't turn your head, look at where that knee is going. Stabilize from the center. That will help. Okay, come up onto your knees. We're going to make a half camel, Ustrasana, Ardha Ustrasana. You know, the names I said are not that important, but there's some value, you know. But what I have found, and Kumar used to not emphasize names at all. What I found is that there are different schools of training that will call the same pose by different names. Different schools. And then there are the American commercialized versions, and you get very many creative names. So I am making a dorsiflexion with my toes and ankles. That means I'm pushing my heels out and pulling the toes up and away. I'm digging my toes, then the surface of my toes, down into that mat. My right hand reaches back to the right heel. I look down, revolve the chin and forehead, look down at that back heel and grip. Bring the hips forward. I flatten my ankles to the ground. I reach the left hand high, away, straight out over the floor. Good. Breathe that. You could stay there with it. Okay, that's a nice place to be. You could stay on your toes. But if you can go flat, bring those hips forward. Now turn forward. Look at that thumb. Reach up straight, vertical line into the sky. Feel that. Good. If you've got that, then notice the shoulders. This left shoulder is high. Can we revolve the spine, level the shoulders with the ground, reach up high, level the shoulders with the ground, reach up high, level the shoulders with the ground. If you've got that, then hips forward, and then proceed. Arm long over the top. Reach away. Look at your thumb. Breathe here. My chin drops down to the chest. My arm reaches forward. Look at this exit. The hand reaches us forward. So I don't have to muscle up in my back. I leverage up. Bend those knees. My knees are wide apart. And I fold forward all the way down to a child variation, wide angle child variation. Prasarita Balasana. Take those hands all the way back by the feet. Empty the neck, shoulders, neck, spine. Right, down to the fingertips, down to the hips. Very nice. Come back up and get your blocks. Okay, this next set, I'm going to make a V with my blocks. Place it down. Kick it back. First one is I'm going to step and back. Step and back. I'm going to do 2 breaths. I'm going to exhale it forward and exhale it back. Very nice. Step it back. Separate your blocks. We're going to do that same step, simple step, the foot between the blocks. 9 steps. From the plank, here we go. Look, I'm bringing my foot well up, my toes beyond the front of the block. Let's do 3 more. 2, 2, and 3, and 3. Good job. Step it back. This time, again, make a V with your blocks. We will step back to the outside, but slow motion. This slow motion will lift the knee. We're activating this iliopsoas, lifting. So I'm not trying to put my toes forward. And many times we think of it this way. We think of the distal ends of the movement completing some task, some kind of mental assignment. That's not it. The assignment is to awaken the depth and origin of the movement with your breathing. Okay? And that is a functional movement that we're often not accustomed to. When we do, we begin to make big differences in the body, mind, breath, nervous system, all of this jazz. Kick back to your plank. Now the slow motion will be an exhale. Look, I'm bringing the knee forward. My heel hovers. I touch the heel down, ball of the foot, then the toes. If I'm there, I'm gripping. I lift the toes, I lift the ball of the foot, I lift the knee just up. Look, I'm hovering the heel over the ground by lifting the knee up and step it back. Second side. right, use your breathing. Very nice. You just did 9 slow motion steps. We were using a breath called Ujjayi. You could hear it, Ujjayi. Ujjayi is to close the muscles here at the top of the throat, to allow a slender passage of breath at the voice box, at the folds in the throat. There's a little bone beneath it called the hyoid bone that supports these muscles in the center of the throat and voice. And we're activating these muscles intentionally. And when we do, we're activating, by that conscious muscular contraction here in the throat, we're activating nerve channels of strength. We're activating nerve channels in order for muscles to fire down through the entire spine. So it is activating this neuromuscular patterning in the body. Good. We're doing one more set of 9. Okay? If you're ready. That was nice. Choose one of these movement patterns and do 9 more steps. Okay? Some people call them mountain climbers, but that's their name. That's not our name. That's okay. That's okay. Come up. Bring these. I'm going to crisscross my knees to the elbows. 9 good times, okay? Here we go. Oh, you know what? And that feels good. So I'm going to lift those knees to the outside of the elbow. Join me, or you can rest. Nice. I'm going to take those knees to the outside of my shoulder because it feels good. Nice. And you know what? I'm going to step to the outside. Beautiful. Sit down. Lie down on your back. You made 3 sets of 36 steps today. 108. You're making progress. Good. It will become progressively more challenging as we go. We're just in week 3. We have 10 weeks. Steadiness, steady, persistent, vigilance, undistressed persistence. Lie down on your back, get your recovery. We've got to do our camel, half camel, second side, but you're going to recover fully first. Yeah. Good job. Come on up onto your knees. Dorsiflexion with your toes and ankles. So look, they're digging in. My toes are digging into the ground. My knees are slightly apart. My left hand goes back to my heel. Lift those hips forward. Look down at your heel. Feel it right there. Stay there. Breathe it. Lift the hips forward and lift the spine up. Shine a light from the spine up through the heart into the sky. Reach the right hand forward this time. I'm looking at my left heel. My eyes fixed on a point we call drishti. My eyes turn to my thumb. Drishti. Drishti is the eyes' focus, point of attention. Drishti involves our guided attention, our selected attention, but then also delivered breath and activating channels of the nervous system. Good. Let's turn the palm up, sweep up, directly high, looking at that thumb. If you can, drop those feet flat. A plantar flexion of the feet means my toes point away and my ankle straightens. My hips go forward. Breathe it right there. Notice the shoulders. This right shoulder is high. Stay there if you need to, but can you drop the shoulder down? Lift the shoulder up, drop the shoulder down. Lift it up, drop the shoulder down. Reach the arm away. Right, breathe it right there. Breathe here, 9. My chin goes down to the chest. My arm sweeps forward. My fingertips reach forward. My fingertips pull me forward. I do not muscle up in the back. I leverage up. I exhale, melt the arms, shoulders, knees apart. Let's fold forward. Forehead down to the mat if possible. Reach those hands back by the feet. So right there, empty the neck through the shoulders, elbows, hands, and fingertips. Empty the neck through the dome of the skull and the joined bones of the skull. Breathe that empty down from that skull through the spine, all the way down through to the hips, legs, knees, ankles, arches, big toes, little toes. Take 3 more breaths, then come lie flat on your back in your corpse pose. Now, in classical practices, now would begin the breathing practices. Kumar would teach the breathing, yes, in that way, but he would introduce the breathing in the movement, in the asana. So it was not separate. I'm opening to a random page. This is about food. This is from Indra Devi, one of Mr. Iyengar's great students and teachers in his global reach. She was originally from Russia, but do you know, she had a yoga TV program here in the early 60s, maybe even the late 50s. Right. This is what she says to us. Aside from the fact a meal should never be eaten hurriedly, it's most important that your meal be taken with enjoyment, with congenial company and pleasant surroundings. Food eaten while in a state of anger or aggravation or displeasure produces toxins in the body, and therefore it's better to skip a meal entirely if you find yourself in a bad state of mind and wait until one gets back to normal. Make your mealtime harmonious. Avoid upsetting discussions at mealtime. A nicely set table adds to the pleasure. Smiling faces, cheerful words, beauty, flowers, pictures. Remember where your food came from. Bless your food and enjoy it. Very nice. Come find an easy way to sit. I want to thank you for joining me on this little hiccup of a beginning this morning. The technology gave me a hiccup and kicked me out, and I had to restart this program despite my preset thumbnail and everything. You know, you do the right things and sometimes it happens anyway. Thank goodness for Donna. I appreciate her technology with helping me get reset. And I hope you found this practice today. Let your eyes close just a moment. Observe your breathing. If there's only one thing to take away, observe your breathing. Unlock your breath cycle. Oftentimes during the day, we will lock our breathing. And we will heighten whatever state of mind we are in. Unfortunately, many times, a state of aggravation or displeasure or annoyance or impatience or insecurity, fears, doubts, angers. Unlock your breathing and change your state of mind. Recontrol, regather your mind by unlocking the breath. Very nice. Let's take 3 breaths together. Take your hands together. Inhale straight up through the nose. And I exhale wide. Palms go down through the nose. I inhale my fists over the mat. I inhale and lock my elbows. Locked elbows, I open my fists like this. Open the arms. Through the mouth, I exhale. I inhale, palms turn up, I sweep wide, and I regather to the heart. And that concludes our asanas today. A little bit of pranayama. Good stuff. Thank you for joining me. I'll be here on Friday. We're taking next steps. This is week 3 of our blocks practices. Namaste.